Welcome back, Final Fantasy 16. This is part 18, and hopefully I make some progress today in ending this game. I'm having a lot of fun, but I do think there are a bit too many side quests. So I'm just going to travel to each of these places, do these side quests, and then come back. So I will not be surprised if this entire 2-hour session is side quests, because I do feel like we are reaching the end of the game. What am I looking for up here? Got a lost plume. Is that faster? Can I get there through there? Probably. Come here, Ambrosia. I think I changed my my skills at the end of the last video. I don't remember. I should check those out, but when I get into combat, we'll know.
Damn it. The whole village is turned. What'll do, girl?
Okay. Take the coin. I don't think I'm a... Oh. I don't think I'm a fan of Shiva. Who knows, though? Wow. That spell's pretty cool. Oh man, these dash dodges and stuff in open world are pretty slow. Slow recovery.
I'll need to deal with these ones first.
Okay, that's pretty sweet.
Echo.
So I doubt permafrost
Right then.
works on bosses.
Just too much to find.
But if it does, I do like this. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't like it more than Titan.
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As of those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well, the Wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's...
All right.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep...
Boo-doo-boo-doo, boo-boo. Gishel greens.
Watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll whip... And chocobos love them too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its... They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right, and they're...
I'll take your word.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
Go to Eastpool first, since it's teleport, and then I'll teleport to 3 Reed.
Heard the Guardian saying we're supposed to grow our own food.
There's my boy.
Ah, what brings you to eat? A delivery. These are Gizal green seed. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings, then. I jest, of course. You see, but they'd long since gone to seed.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant and so that they'll be able to fit.
That's not... These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that it's about time we all started to provide for ourselves. Bearers and... Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses.
The Horde is They're coming, Sir Wade.
Time it all. I thought we'd have... Gather the men in the square.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but...
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die, fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians, what help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between
You're right. I will... My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter, to serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives.
Very lives.
So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool! Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
Fight!
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square. The perfect place for Armost and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. I will not let this village fall.
Garuda!
Let's try.
I'm hurt, Torgal.
You're a fine hound.
You're finished! I'm hurt, Torgal. Help me, boy.
Thanks, boy.
boy! All yours, Torgal!
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield! Change of plan!
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in East Pool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the curl. Join me only when East Pool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come to tell me an Akashic curl's heading towards the rest?
Mounting up and running down, gonna kick a squirrel in his face. Move out the way. Get out the way, I said. I said move! Get out the way! Rare!
There it is. With me, Torgal.
Sorry, kitty cat. Someone gotta put you down.
All right. Back to East Pool.
All right. Already we all float on.
Lord Rossfield, the curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
We did it. We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours.
And we shall. This is our home.
They'll have us to answer to.
Come on then.
This village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
That's right.
They're not slaves anymore.
No. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he were still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too.
I think you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course, and I'd be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Yeah,
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right.
That's one hell of a woman.
Lord Rossfield, clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes. There's one sight that I shall never forget. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up, when the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor. I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
Moving over to the 3 roads. But it's not pronounced 3 roads, cause it's 3 reeds.
Good girl. Run like the wind.
Run like fly. I want to see the bad man fly. Move, Crawl Clay, get out the way. Get out the way, Crawl Clay, get out the way.
Here's the aqueduct. Now to find our stone wart. Yote mentioned blood-red petals. Just my luck. I won't be picking anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it. soldiers. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive.
Yeah.
All right. That should do it.
That should do it.
The hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Like your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing. To make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Quest complete! Rekindling the Flame, Part 2. Okay. We're done with Rosaria. Let's go here. Let's start this one.
Everything's back the way it was. I don't know how.
Take that, you naughty thing!
Clive! To what do
I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since
Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats and firmly at the helm.
Ooh.
Our stores are full, and the bandits still too disorganized to raid them. Just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
Are you a lord? Lubor's going to be one too. They're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil. Because of how he stopped all the grown-ups from fighting.
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that... Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have... And they might have elected to take a similar approach. They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws.
Ooh.
They grow more organized by the day.
I would like to join these League of
We'll fight them
Outlaws.
all off just like last time. No matter, won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can overcome any challenge we choose to face. The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until the only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend...
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you.
I'll go and speak with him.
What's the difference between a lord and a mayor? That's... easy.
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition.
This way.
We may have bloodied the bandits' noses.
Victor.
Still in Dalamil, Victor?
Ah,
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnis by now.
I did. I've developed something of a fondness for the place, and having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to abandon a sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits, and he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Con. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon, at as many camps as we can.
All right.
There's one upriver. Just out there, across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
I'm a one-man army.
Those ne'er-do-wells want to band together. Let them.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be no match for us.
They really like the ne'er-do-wells. I use... Yeah, you like... Go away! Sorry.
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers! Take his head off! Ah!
Hi, yeah. Okay.
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you? Ah, I see the bandits didn't pose you any trouble.
No, but that's not why you're here, is it?
No. Something's happened. We need you back in Dalimil.
What is it?
The whole town's in uproar. They're saying that Lubor is a bearer.
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took him right through Dalimil. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence them. And when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years, which is what people are saying. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man is branded by choice. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who was made a leader of himself when the world believed he should have been a slave.
Fuck.
Oh no.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing. Lubor needs all the friends he can get right now.
You're right.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running, but we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing. All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly.
No, just kill them.
Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right.
I'm glad you agree. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember. They know that Lubor and I are friends. I might not make for the most impartial of interlocutors, Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and...
I'll do what I can. Lubor, stay here with the children. I can't promise anything, but we'll try.
And that is all I can ask of you.
Why you taking the bearers?
Why do they always have to make such a fuss?
I knew all along that he was...
Forgive me for disturbing you, but could I have a moment of your time?
I've seen your face before.
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it? Of the League of Merchants.
That's right. I wanted to speak to you about Lubor.
The rumors that he's a bearer. All true, I'm afraid.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do with it.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this, at least, he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you. He cannot be trusted.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people of Dalimil. And they will thank you not to get involved.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refused to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back to Lubor.
All right.
Why do they always have to make such a fuss outside? It's driving away our customers.
It's driving away our customers.
I assume the situation is hopeless?
There's still hope. But
not for you.
But perhaps not in this lifetime, I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. They'll come around. We'll talk some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie, that a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who was ever kind to us. We'll be all alone. Again.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but for you, too.
How could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
They would not take it, Victor. It's over.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wolves? I thought you were better than this. But it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. But where are my manners? Here. A reward for clearing out that bandit camp. Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do. Anything.
I'll bear it in mind. Thank you.
Well.
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
Would you like to see my wares? Here you are. May we meet again.
Maybe.
Brass neck of that girl.
Anyone without a blade, come and get one. Sharpest edge in Dravost, guaranteed.
Clive! You're here!
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris's scouts and it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out there. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes at least.
Well done.
Welcome back, Sid. I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be the realm's most infamous outlaw? Keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. So then, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead?
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering.
No time for
You
bickering.
can finish beating each other up once Dravost is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah. So have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. It's short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try to bite it off. You,
We can't have...
Right you are. Don't want any nasty... Oh, and... Blackthorn. You and Zoltan...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls, and there are more coming up from the mines.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the gates.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Understood.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. Okay.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate, but it won't come to that. I promise. Take good care of Dravos till I get back.
Leave it to me, and give those things what for, yeah?
All right. Which one of you's first?
Waken winds!
Fine hound. It's over.
Fever!
Thunder! Thunder! Thundercats! Ho!
Is that it? Apparently not.
Chimera? You want some of this? Let's go.
They're not getting past me. Nice try.
Beat him up. Beat him up good. Sorry, Chimera. You're cool and all, but...
No, the question is... did I miss any?
Man alive! You stood in one piece!
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. Though you do know, more will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
Sid! Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. But mostly, I felt...
I'm afraid I've only delayed there's no getting rid of that ether flood, meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, well, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but we're staying just the same. With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, it's our home.
It's our home. We'll fortify the gates to the north. And I'll see they're guarded day or night. We'll have you a hand shoring up
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you turned up when Dravos needed you. So,
thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but... Dravos isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day, because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but the average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravos what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. The Master Smith turned outlaw. Back in my good graces.
Oh, good gracious.
Never thought I'd see the day.
Blackthorn's ass is bodacious.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid, I've got something for you.
Oh.
And this is?
A token of but I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravos in the first place? A certain ring? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge.
Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome. As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
I think I'm gonna do that. Do this one, then do this one, then do this one. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. Build me up, Buttercup baby, just to let me down. I need you more than anyone else. I'm not gonna
What's happened?
Chocobo.
Ah, Clive. You'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
All right. I'll go and ask.
Thanks, Clive. I owe you one.
I mean, you probably already owe me one. We'll just add this to the tally. Where's that at? All the way over here, okay.
Don't blame yourself, El. This is their fault, not yours. I know, but no buts about it.
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican Army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the Army jumped at the chance.
You had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
El? What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist were speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, and that's me, is it? Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us, then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but... is this what she really wants?
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if Elle's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock.
Adieu.
Make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randalar and see if you can stop my sister biting the Consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best. All right. To Randalar, then. Better not keep Eloise waiting.
You have any fresh water?
What are you looking for?
You've a discerning eye.
Moving over to the Randala.
Looks like this is
When are they gonna let us through?
Just trying to do a jump kick. Can't. What I can do, kick the spit out of that dude.
I can walk from here.
Oh. My bad. My bad, guys. I apologize.
Ogle, kill!
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves, and then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. but I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more, and he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did.
Tried so hard.
And if what he said was true...
Got so far.
The bearers are to be well treated. Which is something, at least. They deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head.
Ooh.
Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help, and fast.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just... make sure he's safe.
Hold on, Theo.
I don't know how to get there any faster. So, we'll run. I like to warrior.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal. Ambrosia won't help me here.
When are they gonna let us through?
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia.
Zigging and zagging and bobbing and weaving, and this is the way I'm a going to cleaving to killing the Theos, the dragon and stuff, and the people and the guys in the way. One day someone will watch these videos and be like, bro, you're such a rapper. And I'll be like, yeah, I know. Did you just appear out of thin air to try and fight me? I will kill you. That's what I thought. Next time stay invisible. And then you won't be turned to dust.
Look what we have here.
All right then. Let's get this over with.
Let's get carving.
Let's get carving. Clap.
Time to fight.
No, it's not. It's time to just chug along. Chugga. Get me down there. Dang, I could have taken this obelisk. Ba 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 ba. Out the way, out the way.
No need to ride from here.
What's the situation?
Theodore! Theodore! I'm coming!
Where's Theodore?
Upriver! He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village, but the whole area's flooded with ether.
We just have to pray he makes it out in one piece.
I can do better than that.
Torgol. With me. As opposed to with them, whom you hold no allegiance. Well, that's not upriver, that's all the way in the valley, bro.
Faster!
Mufasa. It's near Scorpio. Bye. Bye. Move out the way. Get out the way.
Where are you, Theo?
Oh no. Oh no. I saw it.
These creatures have already turned.
Mas.
I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
Nice try. Nice try. Nice try. Wake up! Too slow. Nice try. Nice try. Nice try. Blizzard! You lose.
Pew, 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 pew. So me throwing fireballs, throwing the arrow balls, throwing the Geiger balls.
Clive? Theodore, you had me worried for... We have to get you out of here.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
I am not okay. I am not okay with this.
Theodore! Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you.
Theodore.
Take care of my sister.
Theodore, wait.
Goodbye, El.
That's bull stuff. If I just don't do the side quests, he stays alive.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place, against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life. He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer, in more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted all I ever did. It was so we could be together. Oh, Theo. Why did you have to...
I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people,
carry on your wayward soul,
bringing smiles to people's faces just like we always have, and to Theo's. Wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen. The life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own. To continue helping you however I can. Whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then. For Theodore.
Mega sad.
Good girl.
Oh, this labyrinth of a place.
Nice try. Two down, one to go.
Travel to the obelisk, gonna pick up another side quest. Travel to the This place is called Talbor in the land of Dalmekian.
Thanks.
Thing is below me. I need to talk to this dude named Dan.
Lord Rosfield, is there aught the Undying might assist you with this day?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps. My brother said that your order was helping him with his quest to uncover Ultima's origins. Have you learned anything of note since last we spoke?
Little unless, I regret to report.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we will not rest until the truth is known. Even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every corner of the realm for traces of Ultima's touch.
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating back as far as Phoenix Gate.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the fallen civilization, as if protecting the secrets concealed within.
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our methods be of interest, my lord, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our number at work.
Would that be possible?
Of course. A survey is being conducted not far from here. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov, a small hamlet built around a fallen airship. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect their preliminary findings, but if you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that they would be honored to relate any discoveries they have made to you directly.
All right.
Right. I'll go and meet with them.
They will be most gratified, I am sure.
I am sure, too.
Might I suggest you take the road through Titan's Wake? It will lead you straight to the village after but a short walk.
Thank you. I will.
I wish you a safe journey, my lord. May the Firebird's flames burn ever in your heart.
Where we gotta go? Right here? Teleport to Drovage, gonna walk across the desert. Teleport to Drovage and feel the Korazava.
Ready, go?
Ready, girl. Oh no, I think it needs me to go this way. Gonna travel through the gilded path and across the Titan's Wake. Oop, that's the wrong button again. My bad. Calm down, don't yell at me.
Mistakes.
No mistakes. Hell divers and hellgaroos and fallen warriors, oh my.
straight home now.
Open the door.
Oh no. You'll pay for this.
You will. With your lives.
There may still be survivors.
Tin gill and some dessert roses.
Whatever that thing is, I'd say it's their leader.
That's the name of the skill.
Whatever that thing is, I'd say it's their leader. That's better. Too slow.
Enemy slain. Train.
Should have stayed in the past. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. You are Lord Rosfield, are you not? We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. When the echoes appeared, our brothers here occupied their attentions. Thanks to them, and to you, we were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
You call that a mercy? Your brothers might still be alive if you put their safety before your duty. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering Ultima's origins. A duty of the highest import, as I'm sure you will agree.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you too?
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause, an honor to which all Undying aspire. Now, to what do we owe the honor of your presence, Lord Marquis?
Cyril told me of your work here, and I agreed to collect your findings in his stead.
I see. That is most kind. Pray, take them then, with our humble thanks. May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart, as it does in ours.
For Rosaria.
It's one thing to lay down your life for another. But for a survey...
Yo!
Ah, you are returned, my lord.
Yeah.
My thanks. I shall study them, and inform you forthwith if I discover aught that might aid you in your fight against Ultima.
Cyril, your survey party suffered several losses in Kretov. Losses which could have been avoided, had the others not chosen to complete their work, instead of saving their friends. Were these your orders?
No. This was their choice. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix. It is our sole duty, and should we die in discharging it, so be it.
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful to argue. The Undying have served the Phoenix for countless generations, and your opinion of our methods, however earnest, is not like to change them. We live to serve the Phoenix. Our very order exists for that purpose, and that purpose alone.
Cyril, I know that you and your brethren answer only to Joshua, but allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender their lives without good reason. Provide your survey parties with an escort, that they might live to do their duty for years to come. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Joshua would want you to serve him. Please. For all our sakes.
I thank you for your advice, my lord. If you will permit me to respond, our faith in his grace, Joshua Rosfield, is absolute. And we of the Undying will do what we believe is right to fulfill our duty unto him. As first shield to the Phoenix, I am sure you understand what it means to do one's duty.
I do.
Then we are of the same mind. And it is my hope that we may continue to do our duty together.
Quest complete! Breath of Ice, baby! Residual Nice, nice. Nice, nice ice, baby. Ding, 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 ding. Alright. Is that it? We do it? Under new management, my butt.
The Dominion's all but done for.
Was that shouting I heard from the barracks?
And you're just gonna fall into life.
Yeah, it's gonna fall into night. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
I don't trust this Duke. Oh, Clive, my wards and I may soon be without a home.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders. Second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title.
And what does he want with Northrop?
He wants to transform it into a military strong, a foundation upon which to build a new Sambrec. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire.
He would rob the populace to...
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around. Couldn't he use that influence again?
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sambrec.
Yeah.
A man whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve, and to improve the soldiers' lot within it. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke offers them a vision of strength and safety. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men, if it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have little appetite for further deprivation, least of all when it serves only to elevate others.
Who could blame them?
Clive.
No, Clive
would
couldn't
you
blame them.
appeal to the Duke on my behalf?
Sure.
For your services to Northreach, you have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to His Eminence if you ask them. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent... Well?
I'll see what I can do.
For you, madam.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then. In the garrison?
Overseeing the troop.
All right.
Good luck.
I may have met this Duke before, at the Remembrance Ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
Let's hope.
We already have a leader in the Dane.
One at a time now.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant. Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared. Which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place. With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbreque.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government. One whose authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is necessary. So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later. The citizens revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself.
Do you think he was the only one who survived?
That's so cool.
All right there.
Just your opinion. I wondered what you thought of the
Not much. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the Holy Cap. Now he's trying to drive us out completely. Threatening. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
Sell anything today?
I've been hearing a lot of
Nothing. Going around acting like he owns the place, and with hardly a word to the dame.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
The garrison salvaged what they could from
A question. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Love him.
Don't get you build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up. If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our purses, we'll do whatever it takes to keep whatever it takes.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
Half of what comes in is barely fit for prison.
We.
You're the one who was talking to...
On the dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to... What do you think of his plan?
I'm a soldier, mate. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the dame. But I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie. Not with the town or the Empire, but with... If the Duke can get us the men and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards...
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sanbreque is back on her feet, we'll all reap the benefits.
What I would do for a mini map in this bad boy.
Then you're just gonna fall into line.
That was close. No cigar. This isn't a soldier, this is a townsperson.
Excuse me, do you have him? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your...
Well, I mean, look around us. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire is the best way of making sure we're all protected. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well, that's just how it goes.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
Welcome back. Wraiths give you any trouble?
None worth mentioning.
Captain,
For you, certainly. Clive, wasn't it? Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
But to tell you the truth, I'm in two minds. It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders. But I can't say I agree with him.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The Dame included.
That's right, I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks they could tear Northreach apart.
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. I know what I need to do now. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Well, duty, thanks again.
Uh-oh. Did I just get more people killed starting an uprising?
Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Move out of the way! I'm going to the Vale!
What do you think?
It's not only control of the garrison. It's the whole of Northreach. Ah, Clive, were you able to speak with...
I was.
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls. There's no denying that. Though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sanbreque, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
But why?
Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together.
All of us.
And with you to lead us, milady. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us. That has always been Northreach's best hope. And one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing...
Anything for you. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the Guard.
Not at all.
Wouldn't be the first.
There may be hope for Northreach, especially with men like you and Philippe. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief, but I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Until then.
Quest complete. Under new management. Almost leveled up. Uno más, uno más.
Your town needs you.
No mas.
Saw the captain just now.
I would speak with this duke.
The way things are going at the garrison, it'll be up to us.
The Duke only wishes to see us all safe, and he cannot do that without...
One, two, buckle my shoe.
Time to fight.
Oh, we just run. Okay. Okay. No, this way.
Whoa. Safe. Awaken wind!
Okay, last one. Where's that? Right there. Right there. Give me that. I got the spherical echo.
That's all of them. Oh, I can uncross his toes now.
Alright, so this should be everything? Are there any more greens on the map? Doesn't look like it.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot.
What?
Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris.
I'm afraid not. She's at my job, actually. When she heard what the mission was,
Did she?
following up on some. Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the beast. I'll go and find her.
If she's not moved on already.
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts? Sorry,
No,
but you're not quite there yet.
I want my dessert. Ginchi gloves.
All done?
All done?
You need anything, you just ask. 'Cause I can help you. Anything you need.
Okay.
You need anything, you just ask. 'Cause I can help you. Anything you need. You just ask. 'Cause I can help you. Anything you need. You just ask. 'Cause I can help you. Anything you need. You just ask. 'Cause I can help you. Anything you need. You just ask. 'Cause I can help you. Anything you need. You just ask. 'Cause I can help you. Anything you need. You just ask. 'Cause I can help you. Anything you need. You just ask. 'Cause I can help you. Anything you need. You just ask. 'Cause I can help you. Anything you need. You just ask. 'Cause I can help you. Anything you need. You just ask. 'Cause I can help you. Anything you need. You just ask. 'Cause I can help you. Anything you need. You just ask. 'Cause I can help you. Anything you need. You just ask. 'Cause I can help you. Anything you need. You just ask. '
Here you go, Taya.
Yote, I brought back all the stone and water I could find.
Yote. It's Yote.
Yes, my lord. I'm sure it will serve us and...
I'm very glad.
You and His Grace are very much alike. You think only of how you might help others, and never of...
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a...
I am on... But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much...
I'll keep that in mind.
Quest complete. Phoenix, heal thyself. Ooh, it's a level up. Boom! Level 49! I mean, level 43!
How was she? The Enterprise, I mean.
Ah, sis.
Good, thankfully.
That's brilliant! Thanks a blimmin' million! I'll fit 'em to the smelter right away! The Telemon Furnace! Ain't bad, is she?
She's a beauty.
You saved my bacon again, Sid, and I ain't about to let your good deed go unrewarded.
It's fine, really. My bag's flexible enough already.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make a few improvements to it yet.
You could just buy me a bigger...
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it up and make some more room? And I reckon I know how. With a new alloy we've been working on. The Telemon Furnace was just what we needed to perfect it. It's a metal, see? So it's lovely and strong, but it's also, well, stretchy, if you can believe it.
Stretchy metal. Well, if you insist.
That is the spirit. You'll love it, I promise.
Tink, 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 tink.
So?
Thank you, a watch.
Don't mention it. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Reckon we'll have all kinds of uses for it around the height. Can't think of any right now, but that's our job, innit? Dreaming up new ways to make life easier around here. Maybe even out there, too. One day, the whole world's gonna know about the inventions you've helped us put together. That bag of yours will be the first of many. You mark my words.
They'll hardly believe their eyes, I'm sure.
I can hold more stuff than ever before. That means I'm rich and I ain't no whore.
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for a lesson?
Canva lost.
Wee! 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 Wee!
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts? I've never had any.
man himself.
We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help. You remember Camille? We'll be using his leatherwork for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues' engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is, then.
Tink tonk, tink tonk. Several hours later.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
I trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsmen alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravoist.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok. Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
The ultimate weapon.
That's what I'd like to see.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Goddard Damerung. Okay. It's a good one. I love that name. Goto Damerung. Did I equip it already?
Trouble with your gear, or what do you want?
Yeah.
Anything else? To what do I owe the honor? I never thought me in something if it hadn't been for you. I'll keep the forge on.
The stew. Tell me we've run out of papillonas.
Boy, that's where I need to go last. I got this last quest to do. No. This into this. I gotta mark this rest.
Nora should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
greens. Nearly
Just because
done.
the heavens have gone to Breckenroot, it don't mean we have to.
What are you after? There you go. Much obliged. There you go. Much obliged.
She could have been in here. She's not, but she could have been. She could have been up here. She's not. She could have been.
The world seems to be changing so fast lately I can hardly keep up. But what I do doesn't still hurt, does it?
Dory?
Looking for shelter, are you?
No, I'm looking for Dory. Where she is.
Want to know how to tell if the world's going to rack and ruin? Look for busy blades.
I've got greens of all
Oh,
shapes
where
and
is
sizes.
she at, bro? Why am I blind? Well, she's supposed to be right here, ain't she? Isn't it?
Are the bearers taking well to their new home, do you know? I sometimes worry how...
Can't say it wasn't a relief to see the better part of the Guardians finally taking their leave.
Found her.
It's been a pleasure, Dorothy.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid, what brings...
You. I heard you were out here on your own.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that the slaver we've been tracking, she's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So, was it a fruitful reunion?
I'd say so. She tried to recruit me. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into Sambrek. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort, which she wants me to join. She's dangerous, Sid.
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearers to safety.
The Baum archers, soon to break camp. You go on...
Doesn't still hurt.
Let's go to the Aldhill docks.
This is no time to ride.
There's no time like the present to run.
Ready, go? Good. They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slaver, I wonder?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready the bearers. We're leaving.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste. Lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless bumpkins. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more and I'll be docking your pay.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before you go, it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try.
Big Spada. That took entirely too long.
So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the swordswoman I used to be. I surrender. Do with me as you wish, Sid the Outlaw.
Sid!
Ah, Doris. I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brooding renegade? You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal of all people.
Whoa.
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner. This woman My former master once trained bearer children to be weapons in service of the highest bidder. She raised me like a daughter. And
it wasn't all terrible. You were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. But you proved yourself a master of both. How about it, my little dagger? Care to swear that blade to me again?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I to liberate the bearers. Farewell, master. Thank you for making me the weapon I am.
You always were a righteous child. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be, and she no longer has friends in high places. The dame does, though.
All right.
I am. And thank you.
Then I should head back to the hideaway and put
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or so the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was... She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sambrek. Went quietly, and she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry.
I hope so. Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or so I understand. Anyway, thanks again, Sid. The curse...
Keep up the good work, Cole.
Keep up the good work, Cole. You're doing great, buddy. Self-determination completed! Alright. A new missive. It's been a request. I've been pissed. I'm pissed. Well, this one's going to end at the almost same place that we began and ended last session. This one is long, and if you skipped it, you didn't really miss much, other than side quests, which are good. The side quests in this game are pretty cool because they really flesh out the story, which I do appreciate. But, that being said, I want to say like 90% of the side quests in the game are complete now, so we should only have story quests moving forward. Obviously I have to complete the whatchamacallit, ultimate weapons, so that is going to require some side quests, either actual quests or just going and killing things, but not too worrisome. We're nearing the end, which is good. We'll have another session here in a little bit. I'm going to take a break, get some food, do some stuff, hang out, and then I'll be back to finish. So if you are watching the stream, come back. If you are just watching the YouTube video, then just click the next button. Or, you know, hopefully you skip this one because it's just side quests if you don't care about any of that stuff. But anyway, I will catch you in the next video or next stream. Have a great day.